So string class, if string is a class, then I can create an object of this class as well. I can say string abc equal to new string, and then I can assign some value to this abc. I'll say hello, right? But I could have also done this string abc equal to hello. Now what is the difference in these two things? So I'll say abc1 equal to hello, right? Now what is the difference? I mean, why I need to create an object of this class, and here if whether the object is getting created or not. So here as well, Java is implicitly creating the object of the string class, right? It's nothing like if you don't write this new string, then the object will not be created. Here as well, the object is being created, and the value hello is being assigned to this reference variable, right? Now that is what I mean we see when we talk about a string. If you go to the next slide, okay, this was over here, right? So in Java, string is a class and not a data type, and it can be instantiated like other classes, right? So we can write string as equal to new string. So let's take a look at concatenation in string. So how are we going to do concatenation in string? So let's say I have few strings available. I'll say string s1 equal to way, and string s2 equal to, let's say, 2, and string, or I can even give the number within the double quotes as well, then it will be treated as a string, right? And then string s3 equal to automation, right? Now if I want to concatenate these three strings, it should be s3. So what I'm gonna do, I'll say string, I'll create another variable s4 equal to s1 plus s2 plus s3, right? And I'll print this s4. And when I save this and run this, what it will gonna print? It will gonna print way to automation, right? Now let's say if I give some space over here, so will it gonna give the space in s1 and s2? If I run this, no, it will not gonna give it, right? Now this space will not be counted, right? Because in string, whatever things that are in double quotes will be counted only, right? Anything after this will not be counted, right? So if I need to give some space, if I give it inside double quotes like this, and then over here, and then I run it again, then it will gonna print it something like this, right? With the spaces, right? So you can give n number of space over here. I mean, it will not gonna matter, right? These spaces will not be counted, right? If implicitly, if you need to give space over here, then you can also add a string over here by again one concatenation. This plus is a concatenation operator, and here you can give some spaces, right? And when I save this, when you run this, you can see a space is printed. So anything that you write over here will get concatenated with the string, right? This is how you're going to work with string. Now same thing I could have also done it like this way, like instead of storing s1 s2 and s3 over here like this. So what it was printing when I run this, it was printing with automation. And same thing I could have done it in this way. I could have written the same thing over here, s1 plus s2 plus s3. And what it will gonna print? It will gonna print the same result. Then what is the purpose of storing it inside a variable and then printing it? Or I could have also written it like this. Without storing it inside a variable, I could have written it like this: way plus plus automation, and this will gonna give me the same results. See, now when we are concatenating like string plus string, we call them as concatenated string, right? Now same thing I can do with integer as well. Let's say I have two variables, int num1 equal to 10 and another int num2 equal to 5, right? Now let's say if I need to add these two, I can simply write num1 plus num2. Now what it will gonna give me? Will it gonna give me 105, or will it gonna add these two values? So if I run this, let's run this and see, it will gonna give me 15, right? Now let's understand what's happened over here, right? So if we are, let's say if we are adding two integer values, then it will always gonna result in an integer, right? So let's say what happens if I add any string value to this. Let's say if I write after over here, what will happen? So if I run this, it will gonna print 15 and after. So first it will gonna add these two values. It will go from left to right, right? First it adds these two values and then it concatenates the string with these values. The same thing if I write before over here, right? So just think in your mind what will happen, what will be the result. Will it gonna print before, 15 after, or will it gonna print something else? So what happens if I run this? As soon as I run this, see it has printed before 105 and then after, right? So what is happening over here? It is going from left to right. So first strings come into the picture, and then what it has done, it found the integer value and it has converted these integer values into string and then added them. So it forms a entire string. So what if I need to add these two values and print it along with these strings? So what I can do, I'll follow the BODMAS rule, right? So BODMAS you might be aware of. So everything and anything that starts with a bracket will be treated first, right? So now if I save this and run this, it will gonna print before, 15 and then after. So it will gonna add these two integer values and then concatenate these values, these string values along with it. All right. Now let's talk about another topic, that is Java operators. So in Java, basically we have three types of operators. So what all these operators are? First, there are unary operators. Then there are binary operators, right? Then there are ternary operators, right? Now what are these operators, and like what values they're gonna accept and how they're gonna work? So let's see, if I write 12 plus 45, right? So here 12 and 45, these basically we call them as operands, right? These are basically operands, right? And this plus is an operator. This is an operator, right? So unary operator, it accepts a single operand, and binary it accepts two operand, and ternary it accepts 3 operands, right? So let's say if I go back here, so plus plus, this is basically a unary operand. So I can say a value something like I plus plus, right? Or I can say plus plus I, right? Or if I need to decrement anything, I can say minus minus I, or I minus minus, something like this, right? And then there is something we call this as a logical operator. Now this logical operator, it always works with a true or false condition. I cannot say it like this. Let's say if I write int I equal to 100, and then in the next line I'm saying not I. This basically we call it as not, right? So this is a logical operator. I cannot write it like this. This will not gonna work, right? So how will I use this logical operator? I can write, let's say if I print true over here, and if I write this, right? So what it will gonna print? If I run this, it will gonna print false, right? Same way, if I write false over here, and if I run this, it will gonna return true, right? So this is how this operand logical, sorry, not operand operator, logical operator will be used. And similarly, if we take a look over here, these arithmetic operators, these are very easy to understand. So plus operator will gonna add like two operands, subtraction, this minus will gonna subtract two operands, multiply will gonna multiply two operands, division, divide, and then this. So these are basically we call them as binary operator, right? And then the other thing we're gonna take a look at is this is like the important thing. So how we're gonna use it? Equality and relational operator and conditional operator, right? So where are we gonna use this and how these are being used, right? So now if we talk about this equality and relational operators, how they're gonna work. Let's say if I write something over here, if I say 34 equal to 78, right? So I use the equal to operator, right? So what this will gonna return, what value this will gonna return? This will either gonna return true. If the values are equal, it will gonna return true. If they are not, it will gonna return false. So if I run this will gonna return me false. If I again change it back to 78, and if I again run this will gonna return me true, right? So these operators, these will only gonna return us the Boolean value, right? If I let's say use greater than equal to, let's say if I write 34 and I write as greater than equal to, right? So this will gonna print false. But if I write it less than equal to, then this will gonna print true, right? So these are basically equality and relational operators, right? And now we're gonna take a look at conditional operators. What conditional operators are. Now what I'm gonna do, let's say if I write 34 and I'll use this operator, conditional and operator, I'll say and 78, what it will gonna print? It will not gonna print anything. It will gonna throw an error, because this is these operators will work on conditions only, and a condition could be only true or false, right? So it means if I write true and true over here, so this will gonna work. See, this works, and it will gonna print true. And if I write true and false, so it will gonna print something like false, right? So it means that these this operator, this conditional operator, only gonna work on some particular condition. A condition could be like let's say if in bracket I write 123 equal to 124, and so one will be a false condition and one will be a true condition. I can say 10 equal to 10, right? So this will be a false condition and this will be a true condition, so it will gonna print false. And if I make it true, if I make this condition true, so this will gonna print it as true. So over here I can use any operator, right? So I can say less than equal to, and then again If I run this, this condition is again true because this is equal to this, right? So this is how we're going to use this. And now, and same is the way this operator is used. This is basically called as an OR operator. So either this condition should be true or this condition should be true, right? So this is basically an OR operator, right? So if I run this, this will let me save it. So it's going to print true, right? Because both the conditions are true. So either this should be true or this should be true. So this is an OR operator, right? So ternary, we're going to talk about it later on, right? I'm going to show you some example on ternary operator as well, but that is not required over here. So that is the reason I have not talked about it. So these are called as binary operators because it requires two operands, right? And like the earlier that we have seen with a single operand was a unary operator, right? So that's about it in this chapter, in this lecture. So we have seen what data types are, and we have seen how we can use operators, and we have seen some camel casing part, right? So these are very basic things. Most of you are already aware of all these concepts, right? But these are really important concepts. These help you to set up your base of Java, because in case you are learning Selenium automation, then you will be needing all these basics a lot, right? Because Selenium, it's nothing, it's not a tool, it's just an API, it's just a programming language. If you're working on Selenium with Java, then Selenium it has Java classes and Java methods, right, which you will be using, and to use them your core Java base should be very strong, right? So thanks a lot. We're gonna do up till this only in this lecture, and in next lecture we're gonna talk about methods and other things, right? So thanks a lot for your time, right?